Mike Brennan, and it's like old home week. We're bringing back a lot of guests that we've had on the show a number of times, including Amanda Lewan, who started Bamboo Detroit. Then it was Bamboo Royal Oak, I think, or something like that, right? Was Royal Oak? Yes. You're nodding.
Yeah.
Good. I want to make sure I was right. And now, without further ado, she's coming to my hometown, not my hometown, but my adopted town. It's going to be Bamboo Ann Arbor. And this is the week you're actually kicking it off and doing the grand opening and all that, right?
Yeah, we just opened our doors. We're at 200 First South Street, right in downtown Ann Arbor. Sometimes some people know the building is the old Kiwanis thrift store at
Mhm.
Washington and First. We're officially open. We have 24,000 square feet of co-working and event space and offices for the community.
Parking
There's
right
nice.
across the street, too. You got parking right across the
We have
street.
parking all around us. We have a $5 parking lot behind us. We have street
Oh, good.
parking. So we picked a location that we wanted. We always want to be walkable, nearby amenities, but make it really accessible and easy, especially as some of our Detroit members and other members might come to Ann Arbor and expand with us too.
Okay,
Sure.
Matthew?
Well, it's important to have parking in Ann Arbor because I think the unofficial city motto of Ann Arbor is "Welcome to Ann Arbor. We hope you didn't bring a car." So it is important there. So tell us a little bit about the space. How is it arranged, and what kind of deals are available for people who might want to use it?
Yeah, so it's very similar to, anyone who's been to a Bamboo location. We exist to build the community and the ecosystem in Michigan. So we are a vibrant home for startups, small businesses, remote workers. We have a mix of, we'll have 8 different conference rooms here, phone booths for people, private offices, but then a lot of open areas and amenities. One thing we've been hearing a lot of great feedback on is the rooftop event space we have at this building. So we have a sliding garage door that opens up to a rooftop. We have a classroom training space that some University of Michigan programs are looking at using. So a lot of like great just common areas and community spaces.
So, did you ever think when you were doing, was it Michipreneur, that you would become a real estate mogul?
I started my path in writing and content and then just kind of stumbled into co-working. But I think, I don't know if this is true for you all, but I think a lot of writers are community people. Like you're reporting on your community, you're telling your community stories. A lot of people in my industry and co-working are community builders. We don't think of ourselves as real estate as much, more hospitality and community building.
Mhm.
But no, I think I just stumbled into this and it's been a lot of fun.
And I will say that when I tell people about Bamboo, above and beyond the co-working space, I always call it an incubator for ideas and innovation and entrepreneurs. So that whole MIpreneur thing, which is how I met Amanda, again, close to 18 years ago, I think. Maybe a little less, 2009. Do the math for me, guys. So 15 years ago was when she had launched Missionpreneur, but she also was
Back
talking
when
about
she was
Bamboo.
just a whippersnapper,
Right.
So
Well, she was just a whippersnapper. I was middle-aged. But anyway, fact is that not only her background, but so much of what Bamboo has done, in my opinion, over that period of time that I've known her and that team, and it's grown and grown and grown, has been to encourage people at various stages of their businesses. But there's a ton of entrepreneurs who started there, maybe changed there and pivoted, found ideas there, and then had a whole bunch of people around them who collaborated with them, who had skills that because they were good at one thing, then they could find somebody else at Bamboo or in the Bamboo database or somehow connected to Amanda and her team who then could help, right? So I think in her normal, modest way, right, she doesn't tout that very much, but I bet if you started to run the list, it's extraordinarily impressive.
And it
Yeah,
really
that
is
is.
true. It really is true how important that is, that creating that community. I remember one of my favorite moments when I was doing the IT Report newsletter was we had a guy come in and speak at an event that had software that he was putting on a rack mount server type device, and he was having it built in overseas, and he never knew that there was a company here in Michigan called Rave Computer that could build it for him. And just putting those two companies together it's a wonderful thing when you see it happen, and that happens a lot at Bamboo.
And
Yeah,
so that means Doris Tomlinson was involved. a very active member in those days of the Michigan Council of Women in Technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
It's
just
a circle.
like some of the success stories we have at Bamboo are like, we had one member leave a company, join with another member who was doing his own solo consulting work, started their own firm, and within a year they've grown to 8 people. They've actually outgrown us and still have a desk, but they have 40 clients. Probably their first 10 clients were from Bamboo members. So if you participate in the community, you will get that innovation. You will get those partners. You'll get that help and support you need. And it definitely works for sure.
So let's talk about what's going on this week. I'll try to get this up tonight so that people can share, but the actual grand opening, is it this Saturday or when is it exactly?
Yeah, so we're celebrating our grand opening on Thursday. Everybody's
Thursday.
welcome to attend 5 to 8 p.m. And then all week we're doing events and open free co-working for the community. So we just wanted to let the nearby Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti community know we're here. We want to be a resource for you. So pop on in anytime 9 to 5 for co-working on us and meet our team, come get a tour. Every day we have a workshop or office hours. Tomorrow we have office hours with Plymouth Growth, a venture fund in the community. Wednesday, we have a lunch and learn with an executive from Techstars, one of the leading accelerators. We have office hours with Detroit Venture Partners. Thursday, we have the grand opening. So there's something fun planned all week, but we hope to see people for the grand opening Thursday.
And you hear startup there, right, guys? I mean, funding for people with great ideas, right? And that's the tip, in my opinion, again, tip of the iceberg on the Bamboo community. I mean, Amanda, there probably is not a venture partner involved person in Michigan who does not now know of Bamboo, in my opinion.
That's very sweet of you. And believe it or not, every location will end up, we have almost 500 members in Royal Oak. We have over 500 in Detroit. And so in a couple years, when we're booming here with a ton of companies that Kathleen's talking about, we'll probably end up having 400 or 500 members, a few hundred companies. Some of those will be brand new startups. Some of them might be established, but it'll be really interesting to see the impact that's made. So we're very excited to be here.
How did Rise and Shine go this morning?
It went great. We had 50 women in the building networking. So there's a lot of organic groups here trying to help foster more women in technology. Shine and Rise is one of them. They're just a community group of women helping them navigate, career moves, working in startups. Oftentimes women aren't paid as much, or it tends to be a male-dominated industry. So it's really just a support group to help women thrive.
Excellent.
Question, Matthew?
Yeah, I was just wondering if you've ever given a thought to sort of moving farther outstate with this concept, with the Bamboo location.
I love that question, Matt. Our industry got hit really hard during the pandemic, and now it's pretty much recovered back to normal and predicted to grow since more teams are working hybrid. They're looking, or remote, they're looking for third spaces, and they want flexibility. They don't want to sign a long 10-year lease, pay a bunch of money if everyone's not in every day. It just doesn't make sense as much. So we do feel like, since we're a homegrown brand here in Michigan, we're going to hopefully do a couple more locations across the state. We're looking at Grand Rapids, maybe a Traverse City or up north version. So just throwing it out there if anyone has a good location for us to reach out. We want to be in a walkable area that's accessible, that has like a retail-like vibe for the building. That's kind of what we look for. So yeah, hopefully a couple more Bamboos over the next few years. We'll keep you all posted.
Okay. And how does one find out more about Bamboo, all your various locations?
Yeah, you have to go to our main website, bamboodetroit.com /events. You can find all the details for the grand opening there. We have a subpage about Ann Arbor and all the details on that new location. Or if you're in the community, just come on in Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and come visit us.